Hello everyone, it's me, Josh.
And me, Adam Russell.
And we are both going to talk about our thoughts on X-Men Apocalypse. This will contain spoilers, so don't moan about being spoiled. First off, I guess we should talk about the main villain, Apocalypse.
If you can call him that.
Yeah, and what we thought about him. Which we don't really have much good things to say, do we?
No, he looks terrible, and pretty much is terrible.
He's, like you say, he was completely underpowered, you said, as well.
Yeah, he's much more powerful in the comic books. And much more intimidating.
I feel as though his powers are never defined either. We don't really know what he can do or what he's capable of. It doesn't make any sense because he wants Charles's power to control people. Yeah. Yet we see him doing that in the film anyway.
Yeah.
He controls
he has telekinesis.
Yeah. So why does he need him? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. His powers aren't always defined in the comic books, but not to that extent. It's pretty clear what he can and can't do. Yeah,
because like you say, 1 minute he's looks like the most strongest mutant ever. Turns up where Magneto is, kills the entire factory of people.
Yeah.
And then he's getting killed by Storm and Cyclops.
And Quicksilver's knocking him around like he's a ragdoll.
Yeah, I never understood that. He's got super speed, but he's not super strong, Quicksilver.
No, and his strength and durability is up there with Thor and the Hulk in the comic books. So he shouldn't be being knocked around by anyone.
No, yeah. I think as well, his dialogue was really poor.
Yeah, he keeps referring to all mutants as his children. It just doesn't seem right.
No, yeah, it doesn't. And refers to them as his children, yet he wants to kill half of them. And the way he speaks as well. Just
that whisper that he does.
It just sounds like he's half asleep.
Yeah, he's not in your face.
My children.
And when he talks in the comic books, he uses a really large vocabulary.
Yeah.
A lot of words coming out, and you can tell he's really intelligent. He's, really mental. But in this, he just, like I said, really poor dialogue and just whispers at everyone, and you just never get the feeling that he's actually threatening in any way.
Well, yeah, it's like he wakes up and he just reminded me of Bane for Batman and Robin because he can't even talk at the beginning. He's like, it's like, what are you doing, Apocalypse? I'm learning. And I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be like a scary villain, yet
part of his motive is in the comic books. He has seen humanity over the course of thousands of years making the same mistakes, so he thinks humans are all the same. They can't do it. I'm going to lead this world, anyone that he thinks is worthy, into a new age. Whereas in this one, he just sort of ruled Egypt for a bit, and then thought, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's quite a cool idea if they actually said that in the film.
Yeah.
But what is his overall goal? We don't know.
Yeah.
He talks a lot, but he doesn't talk about anything in particular.
Yeah, that's right.
He's just like, the world needs to change. But why? What's the point? What are we heading towards? We don't understand.
And it's annoying that he values mutants so much when he sees a lot of mutants as the same as humans to him.
Yeah.
They're all underpowered.
Well, yeah.
Weaklings. Only the strongest mutants he sees as being fit because he's so powerful.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I thought he saw himself as a kind of god.
Yeah.
Yeah. If everyone's his sons and stuff, then obviously he's the same as them to some extent. So it doesn't make any sense. It's just a lot of stuff he does. He launches the entire collection of Earth's nukes into space.
Yeah.
We don't understand why. I know you said to me earlier, it would have made, if he said, I'm doing this so these weapons can't be used against me, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But he just does it and then drones on about some speech, some really, no more superpowers. I'm just like, this is just awful. There's just no need for it.
Not good.
No, it's not. And it's just, as well, the whole 4 horsemen thing. Supposed to pick the 4 best mutants, the 4 most powerful.
Yeah, most loyal as well.
Yeah. You can say, okay, Magneto, fine.
Yeah.
But what are Storm, Angel, and I can never pronounce the name,
Psylocke
are doing?
I mean, Angel is a fan favourite from the comic book, so I can see why they've sort of put him in there.
Yeah.
But Angel is really brainwashed when he becomes Archangel in the comic books. I don't know why they've introduced Storm that way.
No, I don't
if she
either.
was just a mutant that goes with them to fight Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And I think Magneto's justifications for joining up with Apocalypse are just a bit weak. I don't like the idea that Magneto would serve someone else. He doesn't have that.
Yeah, he's too
personality streak.
Too arrogant, I think.
Yeah, hence why he doesn't want to work with Charles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the whole Magneto scene with his family. I didn't mind him living like a normal life, but then when they were killed, we only saw him for about 10 minutes before that, so I didn't really care, and I thought the death scene was terrible.
Yeah.
I
didn't realise at first the Arrow has to obviously went through Scarlet Witch and his wife.
Yeah.
I don't know what Arrow would actually do that in real life.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, being able to go through 2 people, and we didn't even hear it wouldn't kill you instantly, surely, unless it was to the heart or whatever. But they didn't. There was no screaming, no nothing. It just didn't seem like it was real. And 1 minute they're just They're just dead, and then...
And you can't even go with the theory that they didn't want to make it too dark, because when Wolverine turns up, there's blood, screams, everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's really no point why they didn't just do that in the first place.
Yeah. Going back to the old Four Horsemen, I think they're all pretty disappointing. I mean, Storm hardly gets a word in the entire film, and she's one of the main characters in the original trilogy, and I think her only moments of dialogue are at the start of the film.
Yeah.
Angel... Yeah, again, like the cage fight, what was that about? It's already been done.
Yeah.
Like how he's introduced. It doesn't make sense for me for him to be dead when he's alive in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
I know maybe this is an alternate timeline, but it's confusing.
Yeah. They would have done better just to have rebooted it completely.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Rather than trying to keep some fragment of the original trilogy there.
And then Psylocke, she was absolutely useless, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
I thought on screen she looked the part.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, she didn't have many decent powers, and she fights Beast. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
It's Beast. He's not exactly the best mutant ever. He's more brains than brawn.
Yeah,
that's the point of his character.
I think it's quite funny how all the Four Horsemen got upgraded armor from Apocalypse. Yeah. Cyclops just walks around with her boobs and legs out. Yeah. I was like, okay, that's good armor there.
Yeah.
Another character who died in this film was Havoc.
Yeah.
Which obviously, I think they only killed him because he's dead in the original trilogy, because we don't see Cyclops' brother. But as this is an alternate timeline,
you can make any changes you want.
And Jean and Cyclops are still alive at the end of Days of Future Past. I just felt his death was a bit unnecessary, really, because he was quite a good character in First Class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that.
No, me either.
And why have no characters aged?
See?
Why? They would have been better off just to do, like, the first movie's in the 60s, and then just do it a couple years later. They didn't have to keep doing one every decade.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to tie it in for some reason with the comic books that released at the time. So, Age of Apocalypse, or whatever it was called, released in the 80s, and then they got another storyline with a comic book released in the 90s. And you think, why? Just put it closer together.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no need to keep making it all so fast spaced out.
Because they went to a lot of effort to... They try and... Who's the CIA agent woman? I can't remember her name.
Moira Mataga.
Yeah,
she's not one in the comics, though. No. She's just a doctor.
But they sort of aged her, gave her, like, fake hair, like, greyish hair, and sort of trying to make her look a bit older. But no one else looks older. No. I was like, oh, okay, then. But yeah, we're supposed to... If, say, the next film's in the 90s, I'm imagining most people, their characters will probably look the same then.
Yeah.
We're expected to believe that in the space of 10 years... Charles turns from, what's his name, the actor, is it James? No.
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy into Patrick Stewart in the space of 10 years. He just suddenly wakes up and ages really badly one day.
And Michael Fassbender to Ian McKellen.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened there?
Yeah, what's going on? We wanted to quickly just touch on Wolverine. Why was he in the film?
I like Wolverine as a character, and a lot of people say he's overused, but he has been carrying the franchise now. But now they just force him into scenes where he doesn't need to be in it. He doesn't need to be in the film.
No, he doesn't at all. Yeah.
He doesn't need to be in it at all. So yeah, and that scene doesn't make any sense. It would make much more sense if Jean, Nightcrawler, and everyone else actually freed them from Stryker's prison.
Yeah.
In the Weapon X facility, rather than Wolverine just going, screw it.
Gonna kill everyone.
You could have had him as a cameo in they walk past a room where he might be in.
Yeah.
But that's it. You don't need to
have a
10-minute massacre
of him. Yeah, it just feels out of place with the rest of the film.
Yeah.
And it's like at that point in the film, it's finally sort of getting somewhere. We have the X Mansion blow up, and you're finally sort of getting some tension between mutants and Apocalypse. Yep, let's go to a detour to Stryker and Wolverine. Like, why? Like, what?
Filmed in someone's basement.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like there's no need for Stryker to be in the film either.
And why has he been captured? Why has Wolverine been captured by Stryker? Because in Days of Future Past,
he's with
Mystique. It's clearly the one in control of him. And you think, how did this happen?
Yeah, I know. And I know it's obviously 10 years. Okay, so a lot can happen, but you can't use that as an excuse for bad writing, like not explaining stuff. No. It's just none of it makes sense. And I'm sure people can say, oh well, they can explain it in the next film, but it's not good enough, really. Yeah. Like you say, there's a lot of throwbacks to First Class, a lot of scenes from the first film that they show and stuff like that. I don't mind that, I quite like that, but...
Nothing from Days of Future Past.
This is a direct sequel to Days of Future Past. Yeah.
If they'd made it, that they've altered the timeline to make it safer, but now a new threat has arisen, Apocalypse, I'll go with that, that's quite good. Yeah. But there's no explanation as to why he appears in this timeline and not the original one.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no difference, so I don't understand that.
Now, I also didn't like the first scene at the start of the film. I just thought, hang on, these people have destroyed their entire pyramid by sliding 2 bricks down the pyramid. I was like, this is a bit stupid.
Why build the pyramid if all you need is the capstone on the top to actually make it? Because always got to be in direct sunlight.
Yeah, exactly.
For the magical goo to transfer your body to someone else.
And we're just supposed to believe, that kind of technology is about for some reason.
Yeah. Obviously, again, in the comics, harking back to the comics, he has celestial technology, hence why he's basically immortal and has all these different powers. Like, he can mould his arms into shields and swords, and he can remotely control electrical devices and things, because he has ridiculously high-end technology.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, it's just, he can do what he wants.
Yeah, it's like, we don't really know what powers he's got, to be honest, so he can kill people with sand.
I think Fox has an issue, though, going into the source material, because that scene with Jean Grey, I never liked the original trilogy with her being the Phoenix from day one. Just make it so that it's a crystal that has an entity in it that takes you over. What's difficult to believe about that?
Yeah, exactly.
When you've got Marvel pumping out Doctor Strange,
exactly.
You can get away with anything.
We're in a world full of mutants, so you can, like you say, take them into space, do something like that. It's believable.
Yeah.
And, we've just got a 5,000-year-old Egyptian dude in this film.
Yeah.
But no, we can't use the Phoenix Force for some reason.
Yeah.
I didn't mind, like, Jean and Cyclops.
I thought they were actually quite well cast.
Yeah, same. I did like how they handled Cyclops, because he's one of my favourite X-Men, and he sort of got shafted in the original trilogy.
Yeah, actually has a bit of character now.
Yeah. We touched upon earlier, like, Magneto's family dying and whatnot, but a lot of times it felt like Fassbender was just sort of phoning a lot of his dialogue in, and it's a shame, because he's a good actor and he's good as Magneto, but it wasn't Magneto's finest film out of the original trilogy, I don't think.
Nah.
And at the end, he reconciles with Charles and goes off into the sunset.
The exact same ending to every other film.
And then, we know in the next film he's just going to be evil again. Like, how many times can they keep doing this?
Yeah.
It's like, it's got to get to a point where his character develops and he's like, okay, I'm not going to be evil anymore, but he just goes back on himself again.
Yeah.
Like,
you should start off evil and then see the error of his ways and just slowly become better.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's got to agree with Charles.
Yeah, exactly.
He still have his opinions, but not straight out murder people and things.
Yeah. I don't really like when they took him back to Auschwitz either. I was just like, this is a bit stupid. A lot of the film seems to suffer from Michael Bay syndrome. Yeah. Like, just we'll destroy all these buildings. But you can't
see anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Just building ministry. You're like, oh well.
Yeah, it's no tragedy. It's just like, okay.
No main characters have actually died that you care about. Or anything like that. Yeah.
Here's another building falling down. Like, brilliant. I think Quicksilver was good again in this film. I liked his scene. I mean, a lot of people have said it was similar to Days of Future Past, but it was only like a 5-10 minute scene. I'm not really.
Yeah, he is comic relief for those films, which you need, I think.
Yeah, I think he was one of the best characters, really, and he actually got some development at the end as well. With his Magneto being his dad, and he says he's going to stay at the X-Men mansion now, so he'd probably be an X-Men in the next film.
Yeah, I actually like this scene where Apocalypse breaks his leg.
Yeah,
but that was quite good. But not with a bit where he's getting punched around like
by Quicksilver. Yeah. Quicksilver was just sort of playing with him. Like, Apocalypse just reminded me of Ultron. Like, they took a serious badass villain and sort of turned him into a joke.
Yeah, just a comedy character.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't like cracking jokes all the time like Ultron, but it wasn't like a really bad threat, I didn't think. What did you think of Nightcrawler's outfit? I think he looked like a emo Michael Jackson.
Yeah, again, in the comics, he is the son of Mystique. Not touched upon in the film at all.
Yeah.
But they're willing to say that Quicksilver is Magneto's son, so why not just say the Nightcrawler, a dude with blue skin, is the son of someone who has blue skin?
Yeah. That was at the pace of the film was quite bad. The first hour or so, I was really bored. Not much happens, to be honest.
No, it is just set up.
Yeah.
It's setting up the.
It's because as well they're trying to juggle so many characters.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of new characters are introduced, and just like 1 minute we're in Poland, then we're in the X-Mansion, and it's just, it takes
back to Egypt again.
Yeah, it takes so long for it to get going.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not on Batman v Superman levels bad. There were like some bits that I enjoyed. Yeah.
Other than Fan Four-fic.
So I still haven't seen Fan Four-fic, as you call it, Fantastic Four, the new one.
Don't know why they made the title like that. It just looks stupid.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, it's quite disappointing. So I've quite liked the sort of reboot trilogy or whatever you want to call it of X-Men.
Fassbender and McAvoy have always been good.
Yeah, it should have just focused more on them, I think, than
their struggle rather than
Because I mean, we've got a kind of okay-ish opening with Magneto, but then he's just Apocalypse's pawn. That's it.
Yeah,
he's not
just
really
a regular character.
Yeah. What a shame, Adam.
Yeah, I wasn't excited for the film, but I really wanted to see Apocalypse on screen.
Yeah.
And then my hopes were dashed as soon as they released those original photos of him looking like Ivan Ooze. And I thought, no, this is it. He's supposed to be grey skinned, with like blue lips and things. What happened there? He's just blue, bluey purple. It looks just stupid.
And you couldn't tell it was Oscar Isaac. Like, he's a good actor, and it's just he was just
wasted.
Yeah, just boring. Like,
the same with Ultron though.
Yeah. You're my children.
Yeah.
Okay, we get it. Shut up. It's constantly.
I don't get that, how you can say things like, "Oh, I've been called many things, Yahweh." And you think, hang on, the Israeli religion is like thousands of years younger than the Egyptian one.
Yeah, and he's been asleep for the
whole time. They know about him.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
No, yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, there's a lot of things like that. A lot of plot holes, inconsistencies as a whole. But I think that's probably as a result of trying to, like you said earlier, trying to fit it all in with the existing X-Men universe. To be honest,
you can do a whole film on Apocalypse's backstory in reality, but you can get through it in that film and show how he got to where he was. I can drag too much, I suppose.
Yeah, wouldn't rush out to see it again. To be honest,
no, I don't think I missed a great deal either.
No,
Easter egg wise, not that I'm that bothered.
No, yeah.
I mean, we both haven't seen
the last
scene with Nathaniel Essex. Spoiler.
I just didn't care enough to see it, and like
no,
yeah. And
again, he's a character I really like as well. But judging by how they've done Apocalypse, I dread to think how he's going to turn out.
But there's a rumour saying that he might be a villain in Gambit, Deadpool, and the X-Men.
Deadpool?
Yeah, apparently Deadpool. I have no idea.
Again, so why the hell's Cable in Deadpool?
Yeah, I know.
Coming? I like, why?
I know it's only rumours, but I don't think it's a good idea to have a shared universe with Deadpool because it would make things even more messed up and confusing.
Yeah, especially when there are films that suck so badly.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, Deadpool's really good. I thought it was okay.
Yeah. I mean, for one, Colossus is a completely different character in that film, so it doesn't make any sense. And Gambit, why is he getting his own film?
He's comic relief in X-Men. He's not interesting enough to hold his own movie. And plus, then give Jubilee one.
Yeah.
You know, she makes fireworks with her fingers. That's not enough.
I don't care for Channing Tatum either. So
no, he's a terrible actor. Just the girls like him.
Yeah. So been rather down on this talk, but wasn't impressed with X-Men Apocalypse, to be honest.
How'd you rate it?
5 out of 10.
Yeah, I was thinking 5 or 6 maybe.
Yeah, it's average.
They have some good scenes and some good moments, but overall it just drags and it doesn't have very much of a story.
And it's not a disaster, but you expect more from that franchise.
Exactly.
It's kind of just X-Men 3 again.
What you see in the trailer is the film.
Yeah.
There is nothing else that is going to be a twist or anything like that. Nothing like that.
Yeah. We've had Civil War come out like last month, and that, like by all accounts, I think really clever film, manages lots of characters well.
Yeah.
And then X-Men, it's like I've seen this all before. I've seen it so
many
times.
It's X-Men too with Cerebro.
Yeah. Not impressed.
No.
So let us know what you think below. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good day.